မိဘပြည်သူများအားလုံးမင်္ဂလာပါခင်ဗျာ
Lava
ပြည်သူပန်း
to
တိုင်ရဲ့
all
တွေးခေါ်လန်းအစီအစဉ်ကနေ
our public member. I would like to welcome you from the People's Goal Program,
ချင်းတော်လှန်ရေးအင်အားစုတွေဟာ
building the Federal Democratic Union in which the self-determination is the right that can be fully practiced. For this, the Chin revolutionary forces are now strongly revolting against the military dictatorship. For this Chinland political vision, in which the military dictatorship and all forms of dictatorships are being eliminated.
ချင်းလန်းအနာဂတ်နဲ့ပိုပြီး
So,
သေးစီညွညွ
for this purpose, the Working Committee or Chinland Council Conference is
မလဲဆိုတဲ့
established, through which their political vision and their future and their
ဆိုတဲ့ကောင်းစီနဲ့
solidarity are there to build the new Chinland. So, with this topic, how the new Chinland shall be shaped will be discussed in our program. For this, we have 3 panelists. The first panelist name is Khua Lian. He is the Central Committee member of the CNF and the WCCC-Negotiation team second leader. And we have a second leader. We have a second panelist, Mei, who is the retired high school teacher. And we have the third panelist, Salai Thang, who is the president of the Chin Student Union. Now I would like to invite Khua Lian for the introduction. Thank you. Thank you very much to meet all of you. Since 1988, CNF was formed. I am one of the co-founders of this CNF. Now I am serving in this Chinland Working Committee for Chinland Council Conferences. So this is the brief introduction about me. Thank you. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Mei to introduce yourself. Thank you. I am from Matupi Township, Chinland. I am the high school teacher. I am a retired teacher actually. In this Spring Revolution, I am contributing for my country, for my people as much as I can. I am one of the revolutionists in this struggle. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Salai Thang to introduce himself. Thank you. Minglawa to all of you. My name is Salai Thang. I am the current president of the whole nation's Chin Student Union. I am contributing in this revolution in various ways within my capacity. Thank you. Now, I would like to ask a question to Khua Lian. Chin revolutionary forces met together and then they formed the WCCC. It was made public about the establishment of it by the 22nd September this year. So what is the political ambition and vision of the formation of the WCCC? Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me to be able to explain about what the WCCC is. I would like to thanks to the People Program for this arrangement. To begin with, the CNF at the very beginning was formed since 1988 and it is functioning and it is active up to date. and which is the Chin Revolutionary, or one of the Chin Revolutionary organizations. But there are many CDMRs in the Chinlands, and there are 17 revolutionary organizations in Chinland, actually, in this revolution. So they all are actively engaging in this struggle. There are 18 organizations, including CNF, which we can say that they are very active in the revolution. So we need to be consolidated among ourselves. They were very much scattered and doing and 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 participating in this revolution, in this struggle with their own ways. But we realize that we need to have much more coordinated, effective, and efficient dynamic among ourselves. So we consider this point, and uh, there are also some leadership among ourselves, but everything is all need to be improved anyway. So at, initially, three organizations led the coordinated approach. So we have 2020 general elections, elected Chin member of parliament. This is one organization. And we have CNF as an organization for the second one. And for the third one, we have CDMR's organization that they uh, emerged from this revolution. So, among these three organizations, they had a meeting in September this year. So in these meetings, the three organizations discussed about the coordinated and uniformed uh, 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 dynamic among ourselves. So we discussed these themes for 3 days. So for the first meetings, we exchange our different opinions among ourselves, and all of these were systematically collected really to um, shape the working plan actually. So in this conference, let's say we have this working committee for Chinland Council conference. So this conference set up this working committee. So this working committee job, it's really to set up ourselves as the working committee. There are 31 members in this working committee, and there are public member from 9 townships from Chinland. So totaling 31 members of the working committee held the meetings for 3 days. So we collected our opinion, and we consolidated among ourselves in this working committee for the elimination of the dictatorship. And the first thing that we have to do is to held to hold the Chinland Council conference, and we have already the draft constitution. There are 107 articles in this draft constitution for the Chinland. So this draft constitution it's required to review for the first time. So basically, the committee members had their own organization review among themselves, and after that, soon in next month, uh, and well, this is the 1st of October actually. So this is to say that by end of October, hopefully, we will collect it and consolidate it, all the reviews by the organization, and we will try to be able to um, verify and endorse and agree on the draft constitution. So this is our first thing to do. So the Chinland Council Conference shall be called. This is not only the working committee. So this is the conference in which all the stakeholders, organization representatives will be there. There will be around 200, 300 representatives that they will be there in this conference. So once this conference it's organized, then the draft constitution shall be approved by all these representatives. So once the approved constitution process is done, then the Chin executive body will be set up, and with the purpose of establishing a single command over the Chinland territory. So this is our plan. And then after that, the legislature for the Chinland will be set up with all the legislative elements, in line with all the legislative elements. Thirdly, we will also set up the Chinland judiciary branches for this territory, so that these judiciary branches shall serve the justice for the people of the Chinland. And after all this structure is established, we can hope that the Chinland will have the government infrastructure completely. There will be two layers of the government. The first layer of the government is the Chin state government, and then we will also have the another layer of a government, which is a local government of the Chinland. In this Spring Revolution, we have CNF, we have CNO, etc., etc. There are 17 organizations. They are now carrying out their rule of law activities in their own local areas. So they themselves are to be upgraded as the people public administration. They are actually serving the public administration to the people on the ground as well. So they will need to lead their community in the proper systematic structured way. So this is what we will try to do. So they will have the local government, which is our vision as well. So there will be two layers of the government, as I mentioned. The first layer of the government is the Chinland government, and then we will also have the local governments in various areas of the Chinland. So apparently, we would consider that there will be at least 17 local governments throughout the Chinland. We take very seriously regarding the local government. The systematic local government structure will enable us to have the bottom-up democratic community, society, structure, and government. So, with the bottom up principle, we are trying to shape this structure. So, the local government roles, it's to be bottom up. So, the local government will be led by the specific local areas, leaders, and the local government in the specific local area will actually serve their local community. In past 40, 50, 60 years experience, we experience the top down, whether you like it or not, whether you have complained or not, but this, we are not going to do it again. We are not going to practice that anymore, but we will practice a different way, which is the local government. So this is such a serious component for us to implement in coming days. And on top of the administrative function of the local government, we will also have the judiciary component at the local government. The collective local governments will make the Chinland government, the Chinland Council, and they will be collected in Chinland Parliament. So this is how we will structure that, this is how we will function ourselves. So having this kind of structure, it will be far more effective and efficient in combating our common enemy. The thing is that we are eliminating the military dictatorship in our own way, but we are not that strong if we don't have the consolidated or coordinated manner. So the thing is that we may also have only the horsepower um, kind of power in combating the military dictatorship. If we have this kind of structure, then we will have the power of an elephant to combat the military dictatorship. Talking about the Chin community and society, over 100 years back, the people were governed by all the foreigners. So what would happen is that we were governed by the British system, and after that, other nationalities governed us after the independence. So what happened is that we had no autonomy or whatsoever throughout 100 years of old of experience. We are the host, but the visitors govern us. So this is the situation. Nothing really worked in the past. Now, what we are trying to do is that we, as the host of our land, we will take care of our own land. So we are the owner of a house. The owner of a house will take care of his own house. So this is how we will be stronger. This is how we will be effective and efficient. This is how we are thinking as our brief vision, politically speaking. So this is my brief explanation to you. Again, if you have more follow-up question, you may ask accordingly later on. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Dola May. In the Spring Revolution, the Chinland, it's the place in which the armed struggle is very strong. So what is the dynamic of the solidarity of the Chin's people? What is the belief and vision of the Chin people? Thank you.
ပြောပါရစေရှင် ကျမ
So thank you for the question. First, I would like to talk about more commitment and my belief. I am a teacher, so I think simply, I don't have political, don't have a political capital. I'm a simple citizen, and this revolution is, for me, is the human revolution. It's a revolution of the humanity, and that's why every human being should be involved in it, and that's why all the population of Myanmar are, participating, supporting this revolution. I consider myself fully invested as well. We contribute as much as we can. I we believe that each and every one of us must contribute to this revolution, and that's my commitment and participation to this revolution. In such a revolution, it's important for each and every one of us to participate. And right now in Chin State, I will say Chin State. I will not use Chinland yet, because we have not been able to form Chinland yet. So I will use the old expression, or the Chin State as well. So it is important that people of the Chin State, we are also actively and strongly participating in this Spring Revolution. I came from Matubi Township, so I would like to talk about the context of Matubi. Where Matubi, in terms of mobilization, in terms of advocacy, in terms of speaking up, we have always been reaching out to the people that each and everyone must participate in this revolution, that we can contribute and participate in this revolution different way. You can be part of you can be a combatant and then be the part of the support the armed resistance movement, or you can also support the logistics. You can also, be doing other things as well. You can also join the CDM movement and give up your position, your salary, and join the CDM, civil disobedience movement, as a contributor to the revolution too. It is important. So it is important for each and every one of us to be dutiful and to participate in this revolution. That for that people to be able to, to do their defiance, it is important. The logistics and supplies are also important. All these are important. We play a different role in even different townships. People live in their own places, but they are still supporting by providing logistics, and that's how also people can play an important role as well. In the same way, we cannot connect with the other township as well, and it is important that our leaderships from the different townships and different organizations, they can connect, they can engage with each other, but not on the ground level, and that's challenges because this partly because of the weaknesses in terms of mobilization from the top leadership. Then the problem also is the weakness in communication too, because in Chinland we have internet blackout that we don't have in Chin State. We don't even, not to talk about the internet, we don't even have a mobile cell coverage if you are not in the urban area. So it's very difficult to have access to communication. So compared to others, it's harder for us to meet with each other, to talk to each other. But when we look at the role of the Chin people, that they are very committed, they are very steadfast in the support of the revolution as well. That because there may also be some of the weaknesses, because people do not have access to information. People don't have access to telephone. They don't have to access. They don't even have access to radio. They cannot listen to what is happening, so they don't know what is happening in the revolution. In that, when there are such information gaps, they may be slow or in picking up that as well. But in every way, we are engaging with each other. We are always trying to share the information with each other so that everybody knows about it and the role that they can really do support as well. So people from all walks of life are participating in this revolution in different ways. And it is important also to know that all of us are participating in a coordinating different ways, so that it is more a complementary approach to each other. That in terms of building Chinland, new Chinland, I think we all, through the coordination and collaboration engagement, we believe that we'll be able to build a strong Chinland as well. That as from the perspective of the people, it is important for us to be able to have the courage to step up, courage to show up, because whenever we look at around the world, that in the end, if there is a fight between the bad and the good, that always the good will win in the end. So we believe in the achievement of this revolution for us as well. That it is important for us to remain steadfast. It is important to still until the end. Some people say that when will this revolution and how long will it take? We must remain committed so that we can can end this revolution, because when will this, and then some people always ask like, when will this revolution be over? I say, if you participate, if I participate, if every one of you participate, this revolution will be over sooner rather than later. And that's how I usually answer. It is important also to realize that our expectation is to build a new Chin state, not only a new Chinland, but also to build a new nation out of Myanmar, because that's what we want to do for each and every one of us. We want to have a human, we want to have a civilian oversight, a civilian government as well. No, I was born after the coup of General Lian. I was only born after the coup, and since I was born, I have grown up in my under the military coup military regime, and now I am in my third age, and now I'm still living under the military coup. So it is important to stop that. For the new generation, it is important that they will be able to enjoy life free from the military regime as well. So that this is and what I want to see is a clear and prosperous future for the new generations, our new generations, that they should be under under a system that governs people with the humanity, so that it should be all of us should be able to enjoy the human rights as human beings. It is so for each and every of the citizens to be able to enjoy the human beings that we are entitled to. That's why we need to be that we need to participate in. So I say that that's why this revolution will really bring a closure to this and call an end to that to the dictatorship. I wouldn't even use the word eradicate, because eradicate means that the getting rid of the roots. That means somehow they get over. So we really need to bring an end to the dictatorship in Myanmar. Along with that, we also need to think about how to. So I would like to now continue. How do I see that the future of the new Chinland? That I think it is important that for us, that either you're participating in this revolution from the top level as a leadership, or if you're participating from the ground level as well. One of our Chin leader has just stated as well that our approach in the Chin state, the WCCC, is a bottom-up approach. We started from the bottom with the public participation. That's the system we want as well. We don't want we don't want like a uniparty kind of as control or monopoly. We don't want that. We want it to be that a system that we don't want that kind of a monopoly of the control. What we want is a bottom-up approach with a public participation. So that's why we need each and every one of us to participate in the revolution. It doesn't matter whatever background you are from, the ideological beliefs you have, from the ethnicity, that it is important for all of us to participate in this revolution, because we are fighting for the humanity. Because military dictators are the enemies of the humanity. Because after achieving the conflict, we believe that each and every one of us has our own autonomy in our own region, our own lands, and that's something I believe in. There, we also need to engage in it as well. We are honest. We need to be honest. We need to be humane. We need to be. We need to focus on the greater good rather than self-interest. If we work together, we can shape the future. Only through that honesty, transparency, as well as on the clean interest, that we'll be able to build a shape, a better future for the Chinland. What if some of the leaders or some of those who participate, if they are they are very if they focus on the self-interest, if they're trying to bully the others, if they start to be discriminatory, if they try to bully against the minorities, then the future of the Chinland will take longer. That's how I see it. That's how I perceive it. So for me, Chinland, building the new Chinland, it is important that all Chin communities, not only that, all the people who believe in the humanity, that's not just the participation of the Chin people, we also need the support of the people across the nation as well, that our area, our territory, our land, that we want to be able to have self-determination, and that autonomy will be able to run Chinland effectively, so that the Chin magnanimous Chin state, the prosperity, the peacefulness, tranquility, that's the future we want to build, and that's the future we hope that we'll be able to build in this nation, in this country. So thank you. If you have follow-up questions, I will also respond to your questions after the others round. Thank you, Siama. As for the next speaker, I would like to invite Salai Thang. Chin State. Chin State actually is, in Chinland, we're seeing that most of the territories has been controlled by the Chin Revolutionary Forces. Now that the Chin Revolutionary Forces also get together, coordinate to form WCCC. So as a Chin youth leader, what kind of future Chinland that you expect to see? Thank you for the opportunity to participate in today's discussion. So when you ask us, how do you want to shape the future Chinland? And before I approach that question, I would like to first share about the ground situation. What's the reality for the Chin people? What has happened here? I would like to first discuss that. Chin people, so before Myanmar fell into the British Empire, that we had a Chin that tribal leaders, and we have our own territories, we have a different curse, we have the customary practices, and we enjoy independence and sovereignty. Chinland was an independent sovereign land in that was before the annexation of the British as well. We had never fell under any of the kings or any of the ethnic group. But in the late 1900s, in the early 2000s, early 200, what we have was because of the British colonialist Chin people, along with the other people of Myanmar, we have fell under the British colonialists, and that we lost our independence, we lost our sovereignty under the British colonialists. After that, Chin, Kachin, Shan, and Burma, that all of us, have lost, have fought together to regain independence, to be able to regain our independence, to be able for the ethnic community. We want to build a new union. That was the agreement. And with that agreement and purpose, Palong Agreement was signed, a Palong Agreement was reached. So if we look at Palong Agreement, that all the ethnic communities have, gathered together, we all have said that we all shall have a right to self-determination. We also have the right to secession as well, and that the essence of the Palong is to build a new union on the equal footing for all the ethnic groups come together to form a federal democracy system in this new union. That was the agreement. That was these were the agreement. These were the provisions applied in the signing the Palong Agreement. In 1947, Palong's agreement was signed. In 1948, Myanmar gained independence. However, when Myanmar gained independence, the commitment of the Palong were not kept by the leaders or for the past 70 years. That Palong Agreement the agreements have been violated by the leaders of successive governments and the leaders, and that the federal democracy system was not implemented in Myanmar. However, there is a nationalist as well as with the Burman-centric state, and the government has governed for the past 70 years. And that's why for the ethnic equality of the ethnic communities, to be able that we have lost our sovereignty, we are lost for independence, and that since until 2021, the Spring Revolution of Myanmar, that we have always been such various steps as well. If you look back on the past 70 years, Myanmar had a lot of instabilities. There was also issues of lack of unity. Myanmar has gone after one crisis into another, and which also resulted in slower development, much belated development compared to other countries as well. Myanmar is a country rich in natural resources above and below the ground. Because of the crisis and because of the problems, we are not being able to use the resources to in fact, our countries were at the brink of the failed state, so to speak. So if we look at such context, when we go through this kind of history, for our Chin people, for the past 70 years, we have lost that agreement that we have been to. We did not get self-determination. We didn't get national equality that has been promised by the Pelon Agreement. So we had armed resistance movement going on to establish our future, to establish the politics that we want. At this, while we are in the armed resistance, it is also important to think we have to do together nation building and that nation state. So we also need to build solidarity among the action people as well. That's something also we are working on, nation building and state building at the same time, along with the Spring Revolution. That's why we have formed that WCCC, so that we'll be able to develop a constitution which guarantees that independence as well as on the autonomy of the Chinland as well. That's the situation that we are all working together in solidarity to reach that as well. All the community in the Chin state, so we have like CNF as well as the MPD, and we also have the civil society as well as student unions that we have we also have the local governance structure that are formed at the local level. That's why all these actors are working together for the drafting of the Chinland Constitution. So in this Spring Revolution, our goal is for the military dictators to fail, and that for all the ethnic communities to be able to exercise our right to self-determination, and that to be able to build a federal democracy union which guarantees them all. So for the Chin people, we want to have a fully autonomic Chinland. These are the steps that we are preparing for. That's what our leaders, that's what all of us are working together to achieve that. Thank you. Thank you, Sia, for your comprehensive answer. Now, we'd like to go to the second part of today's program. So I would like to give you the same question to all our three speakers. What are the strengths and the weaknesses on the ground when we look at the goal of the revolution and the building a future Chinland? So to overcome these challenges and difficulties, how do you think that the Chin revolutionary forces can be more united, can be built in terms of unity and achieving the goals? I'd like to first give the floor to Khua.
Thank you. As I mentioned that we have to be consolidated. We must be consolidated. We need to find all the means and ways and options to consolidate among ourselves. This is the basic principle that all the stakeholders, all the organization principally agree to be as such. And we have national common vision among ourselves. So currently speaking, the um, collectiveness among ourselves is strongly there. We can practically be together, so that can be very effective and efficient. The government will soon be shaped. Along with this, there will be departments, ministries, and we will also have the Ministry of Defense. And under the Ministry of Defense, there will be all the armed organizations. All the armed organization will be under the single chain of command. At this moment, this is not the case yet, so that is such a challenge. So we need to overcome this kind of challenge. So that's why we need to have a government. Through the government, we will have a ministry. Under the ministry, we will have all the organization working together. Through that way, the military dictatorship can be eliminated far more effectively and efficiently from our side. Of course, we have different opinions and we have different dialects among our Chin people. We have transportation problem, challenge due to our geographical natures. So that's why we do not necessarily are very much close to our physical proximity, but nevertheless, this kind of challenges can be overcome, and through 3, 4, 5 years of experience, some of the um, geographical challenges can be was overcome. So in the past, the transportation challenge was very, very difficult. So now what happened is that we have some improved transport infrastructure. So that's why the organizations can meet up among themselves. So we have the organization at the southern part of the Chinland. We have the organization in the northern end of a Chinland, where the motorbikes, they will just ride on a bike to meet up each other. So this is what is happening now. Talking about the collectiveness leadership, so with this leadership, the Chinland Constitution draft will be able to approved by all the people. So as far as we understand that the different stakeholders um, overview on the draft Chinland Constitution is not very far from another organization. So definitely we can be on the same page regarding the endorsement and approval of the Chinland draft constitution among ourselves as well. And I also would like to talk about other ethnic revolutionary organizations. We are far away to support and to work together with the other ethnic revolutionary organization. It is a challenge that we can stay, but our neighbor uh, area, we are not sure what would be their standpoint in this revolution. We were not sure whether if they will sit on the fence, not taking any side. But what we are doing now, it's for the democratic principle. So it is very challenge for us to get support from the western part of our our area. But then again, on the eastern side, there are two eastern areas that they really support us as well. And but nevertheless, we try to improve our communication on our eastern sides and as well as on the western sides. But then again, to have the better support from them is still something that we have to work on. Our leaders would have to work on it. Only then we would be able to have much better and effective and efficient um, intervention. Oh well, engagement in this revolution. Thank you. Now I would like to invite La Mei for the same question. I share the same perspective that the previous speaker mentioned. We are not physically, we have not yet physically consolidated due to our nature of the geographical features, but there are platforms, there are structure that we can walk together. We will soon be on the same page together. Again, we have communication difficulties. We have we are remote from each other. it is not about that we have the cold or strange heart among ourselves. It's just due to the geographical natures that we are remote among ourselves, and we would need to reach out to everyone. And I mean, again, we might sound like that we don't communicate among ourselves, but you really need to know the dynamic of the population. We have a different communities speaking different dialect in the Chinland, so having this language barriers, we may seems like slow in terms of our solidarity. So it's just a matter of speaking out what we wish, what we want, and through this working committee would have much consolidated, energetic, and effective meetings through which we will be able to shape much better future. So this is the only weakness on the ground, I would say. But talking about the armed struggle is very strong in all parts of the Chinland. They are strong, they are working together, they are coordinated among themselves. So the armed struggle in Chinland is very strong. But then again, reaching out to the public, reaching out among the different townships, it's the only weakness that we have in Chinland. In order to have a much more consolidated Chinland revolutionary organizations, well, we have a platform. We have this Chinland Council. If a Chinland Council shall be set up, this is going to be the biggest strength among ourselves. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to open the floor for the. I'm sorry. I would like to invite question um, from the audience. Please make sure that you raise your hand, and by the time when we have the Q&A session, I will invite you. But before that, I would like to invite Salai Naing to answer the same question. Thank you.
In my personal opinion, we are on the ground, and that if we look at, we have been to the all different parts of the Chinland, so we can say that for Chin people, Chin, I don't know how they have other kind of perspective. When we talk about, a lot of people say that, oh, Chin people are not united, Chin people are not united. That's often the perception of the international, of the other ethnic groups. But we believe that Chin people are, extremely united. We have the difficulties such as the transport or the accessibility or the communication, but they are not the differences in dialect. These are issues. These are not problems. The issues can be resolved at any time using different solutions. Yes, it is true that in Chin State we don't have a common language, but all of us can speak a Burmese as well. That most of us also speak different dialects of the Chin as well, so that most people can speak Chin that as well. That there are that we use also English. So we have a three common language. We have the Chin, we have Burmese, we have an English. So I don't think that languages are barriers indeed as well. In terms of accessibility, yes, road transport is very difficult because I always consider this as these are the weaknesses of the various governments of Myanmar who did not, build infrastructure in Chin State as well. Of course, in this revolution, there are many challenges. I would admit that, but these challenges are things which can also be resolved resolved through discussion, resolved through this. Well, in the current situation that we are now in the revolutionary stage as well, I would say that it is not like like the times of not everything will be, as a walk-in or, probably or things like that was so. And that's not only in Chin State, so the same in other as well. In Chin State, there are also different regions, and different regions have different challenges, and then they also have a lot of issues as well, and that's all part of the being part and parcel of who we are, I would say. But if we look at for the Chin people, that we look at the ground challenges on the ground, I think these are the challenges that can be overcome by working together in solidarity. That what is more important is that that we need to build our strength. We need to build our Chinland together strongly as well. Very soon we'll be convening a Chinland conference, and the Chinland conference that we are also hoping to form as a Chin State government as well. Once we can found the Chin State government, we'll also have the legislative, we also have the administrative as well as so these we'll have all the key pillars of the government, such as administrative, the legislative, as in a judiciary, so that we'll also be able to to find the best way to resolve the problems to the in the best way that suits that the nation, that situation as well, to be able to reach that level. We now already have a very strong draft constitution, which will be the basis of our discussion from the 7th to 9th in the preliminary preparation meeting for the conference. All the stakeholders participated as well. We also have the representations from the administrative bodies, from all the townships, from all the military faction as well. So all of us have participated. One or two were not able to join, but most of them were able to join. And of course, that negotiation is still ongoing. That we believe that all the stakeholders who participated were also, quite happy with it as well. When we look at the challenges, there are challenges, but the challenges are the issues that we are working together to address them as well. We also want to make sure that no one is left behind. We want to make sure that our Chin process is inclusive, that we also working on to ensure that others who have not been yet part of the process will also join in. So, because our belief is that we want to form a Chinland Council through the inclusivity and participation, then we'll be able to overcome the challenges. We'll also be overcome even more harder challenges too. That's what I believe. Thank you. Thank you, Sia, for your response. Now, I don't see any hand raised here. Let me check if you have questions or comments. So I do have a question in the comment, so I will read the comment for you. The comment goes like this: although there is not a Chin State government, that in Chin State there are also a lot of Chin CDMers. So Chin already formed the Chin the police force. It also recognized by the Chin ICCN as well. So that Chin State Police Force also has formed alliance, they found alliance with the Ministry of Home Affairs of the NUG. That what is the role of the Chin State Police Force that has been established with the CDM police officers as well as of the Chin people? Can one of the speakers answer this question? Yes, I can answer this question. I will just respond off the cuff. Thank you for the question. That that the Chin State Police Force issue was also this matter was also discussed at the conference as well, and that different organizations we also talk about it as well. That so we want that we will first need to form the Chinland state government. And then once we form the Chinland government, it will be under the Chinland government's authority. There will only be a Chinland police force, which will be the official police force once we form the Chinland government as well. And that if we look at the current situation here, we have so our conference with our council that I think it will depend on that, because then that once that is all the issues will be discussed by the leadership, will discuss the matter, and then form that with the consideration, and then through this that at the Chinland conference, council conference, then we'll have a definite idea for forming the Chinland police force, which will be the official police force as well. So for Chinland conference, in the Chinland conference, we also will have the administrators from all the townships. We also have the CDM officers in their conference too. So they are now the local governance providing administration in different parts of different townships of the Chin state, because we want to prevent anarchy from the chaos from falling into the Chin people when there is a power vacant. So that it is what we are trying to ensure that all the that's why we have different forms of local government in Chin state. It is happening. So I think it is also important to get their feedback, their comments. So all these are from the local actors, their opinion on that. How do we want to form that? So it's important because it's been over a year that they are in place. They are the one who are working on the ground. So it is important that to get their opinion and their consultation to form the police force and then to do the police work as well. So thank you for asking the question and for the opportunity to discuss the topic. Thank you, Sia Kolian, for explaining. We have another question. So the question is that now you have a WCCC, which is different from CDJCC or ICNCC. So what kind of motivation has resulted in the establishment of the WCCC? I'm not very clear. You said that is different from the CDGCC and ICNCC. So this WCCC is not based on the other, the existing structures. So, what motivates this decision? Well, ICNCC is also part of it as well. So there are also leaders who are in the ICC-BCC. They are in the conference too. They are part of it too as well. And as for the CDJCC, I think I would say like 90%, 90 to 98% of the ICNCC are part of there as well. The same for the CJDCC, about the 90% as well. So they are all part of it. So that whether you call it ICNCC or CJDCC, that that we had. So they are already 98% in the meeting. So I don't think it will be hard for them to disagree with what we have did this. So we did this. That's why their participation and contribution in our conference was very positive, very constructive. So that's why we are getting very positive the response and feedback from it. So we don't think it should be a problem. That's all I would like to say about the new structure. Thank you. Thank you for answering the question. Let me check. We also have another question. Yeah, if you want to continue, please go ahead. Okay. So we have another question. And the question is that how will you work to ensure that that every all the stakeholders can participate in the Chinland, as well as how will you also engage with those who are not yet of it as well from the plenary the stakeholders as well, we also, our plan is also to implement the way forward as well. So that is our objective, to continue it as well. So that we call it the Chin, and that we also have the Chin, that we also have one of the working group duties is to convene the Chinland Consolidated Council, where we would also present the draft constitution of the Chinland, where the idea is also to discuss, to be able to finalize the draft constitution. That's one of the, and another mandate is to engage with other stakeholders who are not yet part of the conference as well. So in Chin State, there are about 19 groups, and in the WCCC, we have 17. So there are still 2 groups which needs to join us as well. So that the idea is we also have a negotiation team. The negotiation committee is supposed to go and reach out to the 2 organizations. So the negotiation committees will have to take the time. We already have sent them the letter requesting a meeting so that we can get it as well. So the negotiation team will start talking to the other, the 2 other organizations, and they will discuss, and then they will discuss, negotiate, and hopefully they will be able to join it in time for the next round of the conference. Thank you for your answer.
ဟုတ်လက်ထောင်ထားတဲ့သူလည်းမရှိဘူးမိကုန်းနေလည်း
I don't see any hands, and we have already asked and give the questions. So I would like to invite every speaker to give closing remarks. So Chinland, Naing, can you start with your closing remarks? Any message you want to give to the people?
Hello.
Thank you. So thank you. I would like to say first to the People's Go team to inviting to the talk show to talk about our work as well. I would also like to in particular say thank you to the members of the People Goes team that so when we discuss that the topic of the today's talk show is how do we shape the future of the new Chinland. It's a question important not only for the Chin ethnic community, for all the ethnic brothers and sisters of the union, and we need to be proud of this question because it is something we all need to welcome as part of the efforts of the union as well. For the Chin people, for the Chin ethnic groups and the people of the Chinland, we are trying to regain what we have lost, our independence, our sovereignty. We are part now while we are in the period, we are participating in the Spring Revolution because we consider is our duty. It is our legacy for the future as well, and that we are not doing this revolution for the for to express anyone. We are what we are for all of us. We consider this is our historical duty and it is our legacy. That's why all the Chin people are participating in this revolution. We will continue to participate in revolution because we all want to build a new Chinland, and we all the Chin people. I would like my message is to welcome all of you to participate in the building of the new Chinland. You wherever you are, whatever you do, you'll be able to play a role in shaping the future Chinland as well. And that is important to work together because we are not succeeding. We are not, we are part of the union, and yet what our Chin leaders have agreed in the past that we want to have a federal democratic system where different states will come together. We want a federal union that building Chinland is part of the building the federal union too, and that's something we are all working together to achieve it as well. That we remain in the union, but we want to be able to exercise that the full federal democracy system. And that's what we want all the people of Myanmar to understand. That's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you. So we also have we have a person who have raised his hand. Thang, please go ahead. Could you also let us know which speaker do you want your comments to answer? Please go ahead. You have the microphone now. Tambu.
Okay,
Tambu, you can ask your question now.
Okay, hello.
Hope you can also hear me. Thank you. So to the question, how to shape the Chinland. So I would like to know so whether like common language will be key in shaping the new Chinland. That's my question. Thank you, Sia. Thank you for your question. Were you able to hear me? Yes, we can hear you. Sia, do you want Sia, may I ask Sia Septaline and I do respond to this question? Yes, I can. Thank you for the question. For us, as an ethnicity, as a community, I think that that we don't have a common language. It is an issue, and it is part of the future that we need to create as well. We don't have yet, and we don't have yet a Chin common language because we never had the opportunity to build a Chin the future of the Chin as well. Now we have the opportunity. Now we have the we are discussing the Chinland Constitution. Once we were able to form a Chinland Council, the Chinland Council, which will help us, approve the Chinland Constitution, we talk about the Chin national language or the the government Chin literature, Chin natural, natural literature, all that will be able to preserve and promote the Chin national culture. That will be part of the future that Chinland Council will be tasked to create as well. Right now, we are in the revolutions during the revolutionary period. The Chinland Council will have to focus on the revolution, but then even with that, Chinland Council will not be able to shape the kind of Chin as a national identity. I think once we are in the transition period, the Chinland Council will definitely have to shape the future common language, the Chinland culture, as well as on the literature. This is something that will have to be implemented by the Chinland Council or the Chinland government during the transition period. May I also ask Siama Dolhami to give closing remarks? I would like to say thank you to all of you. So as I have discussed earlier, the federal democracy that the federal democracy that we are clamoring for is not new, and the federal democracy is something in the beginning for our grandparents, our ancestors, when they started with the agreement of the panel. That was the agreement, that was a commitment that we are trying to implement, that was we are demanding for. So we hope that we'll be able to continue to make the demand until the commitment of the federal democracy has been achieved as well. And that in doing so, we all want all the Chin ethnic nationals to participate in it as well, so that it is also important to have a chance to be able to share our differences, different beliefs and ideologies, so that we can all find the solution together as well. It is important for all the stakeholders to participate. If those who are not participate, you should kind of participate, and those who are already there will need to continue working together to build a beautiful future for the future of the Chinland. That's all I would like to say. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Bu Khua to give closing remarks.
Thank you very much to the People's School program. Evening, we have had the conversation in exchanging our opinion regarding our political vision and our future, through which, although we cannot meet each other in person through this channel, through this platform, we managed to have this conversation in contribution to much more unity, in much more solidarity. We know the situation of our common enemy. The situations of our enemy is such a weak one, such a dissolving one, as the institution itself. I do not necessarily need to stress out that how weak they are anymore. But on the other hand, we can be very tired. There are all sorts of fatigues that we might have, because we all are human beings. But nevertheless, we really need to pull ourselves together in order to completely eliminate the dictatorships, all forms of dictatorship, including the military dictatorship. We need to be together. We need to help each other. We need to assist each other. We need to fill the gaps of each other. This is how we can pool our own strengths. Please support each other. It is very important to support each other. Each and every one, internationally, nationally, locally, are important in this revolution. They are to be respected. They are to be recognized. Through such kind of solidarity, we can remove this prolonged dictatorship in this country. I would like to invite and call each and every one of us to be strong and to be in solidarity up until the very end of eliminating the dictatorship. Thank you. Thank you very much to all our panelists. This is the end of our conversation under the topic how the Chinland shall be shaped. Thank you very much for all of your participation, and I wish all the very best, and please stay safe. Thank you and goodbye for now.